There. Is that good? You see, that's so funny because what I was literally talking about was that this is Friday with Dannphan number 19. And I said that 19 is such an unlucky number. I hate the number 19. So I knew ahead of time, yeah, something's totally going to go wrong during this stream. Because 19 is a bad number. It's terrible. It's a worse number than 4. I'm actually okay with number 4. I'm just not okay with number 19. Everything's going to go wrong during the stream. I can sense it. We're all fucked. Yeah, past the 30 seconds, I can say fuck now. I can say whatever I want. I can say bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. You fucking see that shit with the Funimation dub? I don't even know how to react to that anymore. I was thinking, maybe I'll make a short video just like addressing that as another thing that Funimation fucked up in their dub. But then I just didn't have the vigor for it. You know, it's hard to actually get motivated to make videos these days. Yeah, oh god, that line. Yeah, it's terrible. So the original line was, all of you skateboarding fools. And they were like, you know what? Let's make it bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. It's terrible. Awful. Anyway. Props on making a comic book schedule. Yeah. Hopefully I can stick to it. That would be much more of an achievement, wouldn't it? Because for the most part, it's like either just me doing it or me and one person doing it, but mostly just me. I mean, I'd love to print Ellie the Eliminator, but I am worried that when I do get that campaign up and running, it's going to be like super low numbers. So I'll probably make the goal significantly lower than Oh Girl, just to, you know, I'll invest my own money into printing it, because I don't think too many people will back. Not because the book's bad, but just because a lot of people don't know what Ellie the Eliminator is. A lot of people aren't super interested in backing kid-oriented books. And you know what? I like kids' cartoons. I've said that up front. I like kids' cartoons. I like making kids' cartoons. I like overall happy, feel-good stuff and goofy stuff. That's just how it is. And, you know, I feel like I excel at making that type of content. So I feel like it'll be a really good book. And, well, you know, I already finished. I basically finished the 3rd Ellie book, or at least the draft for it. Right now I'm just inking and coloring everything. If I'm making drawing videos type the comic, I do make drawing videos. I make it on my other channel, but I was going to, oh, by the way, job opening, here we go. I was gonna make a short animation to use that as the trailer for the Indiegogo page for Ellie. Basically, I'm just going to animate the first 2 pages of issue 3. And I feel like that'll be like a good intro. So, voice actors. I know that some voice actors follow me. I was skimming through like the people who follow me on Twitter. Maybe like I could contact some of them. But basically, I just need a voice for a mad scientist man and a girl. And maybe something unique about the girl voice, but I haven't really quite figured it out. Like maybe an accent, a funny accent, or maybe a stutter, you know? But I don't just want any, when I say job opening voice actors, I don't want just anyone fucking sending in their shitty headphone mic reel, you know what I mean? I want someone who actually knows what they're doing, has a nice microphone, has like a place where they can record where there won't be background noise or echo. Like You hear this echo? Fucking sucks! Hate it. You know what I mean? Get prozied. Man, I can't afford that fucker. That dude is mega professional. I mean, like, aspiring voice actors who have that shit figured out. But, yeah, I don't want just any fucking guy putting it in. Because I don't want to... I want it to sound good, basically, is my point. The only sound editor I have is me, and I'm not a super great sound editor, so I can't fix up your echo or your puff when you make P sounds through the shitty microphone that you have. So, thank you, Maverick Christian, for the donation. Ironically, Ellie the Eliminator is the one comic I want to back the most. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that somebody out there feels as passionate about it as I do. Because, you know, I do. I like the comic. I like the series. I just feel like not too many people feel the same way. You know? I had no idea you're making comics. Oh, yeah. You can already buy some of my comics. I have a website. It's well, it should theoretically be in the video description where it says check out my comics, but maybe some video descriptions miss it, or maybe it's too low for people to notice. But it's burningstarcomics.net. Yeah, that's where all my comics are being uploaded for digital sale, because I don't have enough money. Digital sale is the easiest thing that I can push out right now. And I have been thinking about hosting other people's comics on the website, but I feel like it should be, as of right now, like, I don't want to put up a submission page or anything, because I feel like it should be people I know or have understanding with, you know. So there are a few friends that I've talked to, like, hey, if you ever get this comic that you want to do, why don't you publish with my website, and I'll host for you and get everything set up and help you promote it. And yeah, there are a couple people who are like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'd be into that. But most of them, they do like comics on the side. So it's not like a main thing that they're focusing on. Some of them are procrastinators, you know. So if that ever does get going, maybe it's going to be years from now. Or, well, Cherry. I think Cherry is close to being done a comic and ready to go to the Indiegogo route. So he's working faster, or at least out of all the people I know who I've been talking to about going with my website to host their comics, Cherry has been the fastest at work. Which is funny because he always says that he's so slow. You have no idea how slow people can be, Cherry. You have no idea. But yeah. So you guys, what were we talking about before that? You guys want to talk about stuff? I can talk about stuff. Oh, thank you for the donation, Neon320. Love you, Danny. Thanks. You know, it's good. Oh, good vibes. Yeah. It's good that someone's sending me some love, because I'm not feeling it today. I got to be honest. I'm a transparent person doing stream number 19. I hate 19. That's a bad number. Already having a bad day. I'm not feeling up in the clouds necessarily. You know what I mean? Thank you for the donation as well. Hashtag justice for joggers. Website for decent and entertaining comics. Haha, what a nerd. I know. This one's at Dannphan. Hey, may I know how can I contact you? I'd like to discuss an animation project I'm working on. Yeah, you can contact me via DM on Twitter, because Twitter DMs actually work. And it's fantastic. I can't find any other website that actually has DMs that work well. Or you can just email me, which is trishkafari@gmail.com. I also have my email. It's displayed on my channel, but you have to like click the thing that says view email address to officially see it, you know. I was considering posting webcomics before publishing. You know, a lot of people feel that way. And I think webcomics are good if you want to establish a fan base. But webcomics are becoming the point of webcomics is to get yourself noticed and then over time make money. Over a lot of time make money. But webcomics have been so shitty to small creators lately that I don't see it being very valuable anymore. You know, it's like they barely even show the fucking. I went on to Webtoon specifically to look for new creators, like new comics that have just been posted, and you can't find them. You can't find a section dedicated to new comics. It's all popular comics and comics that people paid Webtoon to get their comic noticed. It's ads and popular comics. That's all there is. That's the only sections there are in Webtoons. It's fucking bad. It's bad. Like if I can't find new comics, I can't imagine most people do. Anyway, thank you for the donation, Ivar. Love you long time, Dannphan. Hope you pull through if you're feeling like you're in a slump. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you also, Augustine, to the $10. I love Chobits, but I'm afraid tone-deaf SJWs would interpret it as sexist. Do you think they'll cancel it if by chance it crosses their field of vision like Dr. Seuss Peste, etc.? I don't know if Chobits will have a popularity comeback, but if it does, you know that SJWs are going to cancel that shit. Because all you have to do is watch the first episode to have a problem with Chobits. All you have to do is read the summary to have a problem with Chobits. Because they're just going to view it as, sex slave robots, that's sexist. And then, boop, click the cancel button. But, oh my god, the first episode of Chobits ends in such a hilarious way. Fucking just right up there. Okay, anyway, let me not get canceled on YouTube while we're at it. Thank you for the donation, George Barrett. Yes, we love you, fangirl. I was gonna write, come on, crack a real smile and a joke. I sensed a downstroke as soon as I clicked in. Bow. No worries, guys. Oh, Cherry, thank you for the super chat as well. Don't make people think I'm not a slow artist because they're going to feel very disappointed when they don't get their commission on time. Well, I don't know. A lot of people who work fast will also produce really shitty stuff. It's like, have you heard all the complaints about Butch Hartman's commissions? There's a lot of complaints about Butch Hartman lately. But, you know, part of the problem is that he's promising these commissions to be done extremely fast. And also he's promising the commissions to a bunch of different people at the same time. So he's tracing. It's obvious. And people aren't super happy with the commission that they get. Are you excited about JoJo Part 6? Hell yeah. Who isn't? Who isn't excited about more JoJo? I think Tapas has a tab for new comics from upcoming creators. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Tapas is, it's really easy to find porn on Tapas. That's the one thing that I know for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think Tapas is probably better with their organization than Webtoon is. Webtoon is basically just all comics that they personally are promoting. Those are the comics that you're going to find. Tapas, at least you have a better chance of actually sifting through the different categories and maybe finding something new, you know? So strange that the creator of all those Nick shows is tracing art for commissions. To some extent, I get it, though. But, yeah, Butch Hartman kind of went crazy. I mean, I knew that he was going insane just based on his YouTube channel. It was so clickbaity. And I think that it didn't occur to him that by creating this type of cheap content, you would lose the trust of your fans. And I think it's the same thing with the commissions. He's just thinking about the quick cash. He's not thinking about the long-term relationship with his fans. And that's where, like, he's really fucking up. Yeah. Do you play video games at all? If so, what do you play? I do play some video games. I like to play those RPG Bethesda games like Fallout 3, Skyrim's fun. I like to play Hollow Knight, Code Vein, Souls-like games also. 2D platformers, of course. What happened with Vinny Vine Sauce? Oh, that guy. I don't know. Is that the topic of discussion we're going on? Tracing is a tool, but tracing other people's work to get money is where the problem comes. I can understand tracing to some extent. You know, like we all traced when we were kids. I think when you're really a really early artist can help you kind of understand the different art styles and techniques just based on muscle memory and like more attention to detail and curvature. But if you're a professional artist and you're still tracing, you know, maybe I should be more specific. Tracing exactly. If you're like looking at a pose or an actor or something and you're drawing over them, I think that's different than tracing. Because tracing is when you're just basically copying the exact curve of their outline, you know? But if you're like just drawing the shapes from a gesture pose, that's you studying the body movement. Have you played N+? No, never even heard of it, honestly. Oh, last I heard of Vin Sauce, he was falsely accused of something. I don't know, man. Thoughts on DLC and microtransactions? To some extent, I like DLCs. I never like microtransactions. Never. But I don't know. I think people can definitely abuse DLC to not give you a full game. And that's bad, obviously. But if like the game is already complete, it comes out, and then later on they want to add more to the game and they like add a DLC package of like stuff that you would want, that's fine. But you know what I mean. They specifically take stuff out of the game just to like market it as, oh, and here's the DLC package to get the actual game that you wanted. That's shitty. Expansion packs are the best. Yeah, I mean. The problem with microtransactions is they are never micro. Yeah. Microtransactions can be pretty shitty. And then there's loot boxes, which like basically just teach kids how to gamble. That's fucking. But, you know. Ow. Oh, I cracked my thumb and it hurt. Why'd I do that? All right. Well, what do you want to talk about? So I did this poll recently, and by recently, I mean yesterday. So, yeah, it was a one-day poll. Let me get your guys' opinions on this, just in case You didn't see the poll. Because it's kind of an interesting question, right? There we go. Do pronouns in an artist's bio turn you off? I mainly ask this question because I know a lot of people who will, not want to follow a person if they put the pronouns in the bio, or will see like pronouns in the bio as a red flag. Oh, thank you, Wolf Spain, for the donation. What do you think of Diablo 2 remake taking out the hotness from his female characters? I think the same thing as like any video game taking out the hotness of the female characters. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid. A character isn't stronger just because they're not sexy. Yeah, it's stupid. Anyway, back to this. Because to some extent, I do see a reason to have pronouns in the bio. Like sometimes people have those icons that it can be like confusing what gender they are, and sometimes it'll just avoid awkwardness up front if you're just like, yeah, he, she, but you could also write female, right? So maybe that argument can just kind of be brushed under the rug. Now that I've actually thought about it, now that I say it out loud, it occurs to me, oh yeah, you could totally just write female, male, and avoid that. But whatever. Regardless, for that reason, some people might find it to be valuable to put pronouns in the bio to avoid that awkwardness and, have a clean first interaction with someone without anyone getting offended or aquafied. But yeah, I did find that there was a whopping 50% of people who participated in this poll to be like, yeah, pronouns turn me off all the time. It's just constantly. And then the never and sometimes are like roughly halved each other, but the sometimes is slightly bigger than the all the time. So basically, the reasoning behind people being turned off by the pronouns in the bio, sometimes it has to do with, assumed political reasoning for putting pronouns in the bio, because there is peer pressure for people to put pronouns in the bio, and that's politically based. But a lot of people also see it as pretentious, like they're trying to sell themselves based on their identities. And, it's just not a good reason to follow someone. It's just based on their identities. Specifically in like the art realm, you want to sell yourself based on how good your art is. Thank you for the donation, by the way, Larry. I just realized your name is like the Pokemon Dannphan. Yeah, I've heard that a couple times. Dannphan. Very close, but not quite. But anyway, I kind of expected a lot of people who follow me to mostly vote for the first all the time answer. Because, part of the reason why I know that there's a back and forth is because I hear people giving their hot takes and being like, yeah, I hate seeing people with pronouns in the bio. But I can kind of see both sides. Kind of. And yeah, I basically wrote it down here. I wasn't sure if because people who are artists setting up Twitter, they'll actually be told to put the pronouns in the bio. Sometimes it's, from journalists giving their hot takes. Sometimes it's actually their art teachers telling them that if you're setting up a portfolio on your fucking Twitter account, you should put your pronouns in the bio and put your identity in the bio, be very specific about what you are. And I was thinking to myself, is that really helping an artist, or is that sometimes hurting them because it's making them seem like they're selling themselves on the wrong thing? And yeah, I think there's definitely like some split decisions in that form. I mean, obviously, people who are answering this poll, they're not answering this poll just because they're not answering this poll because they're hiring artists, and some people are just like, people with opinions. But it's interesting. It's interesting thing to bring up, I guess. I was just curious about it. The problem with pronouns in the bio is the crazies. Pronouns today, armpans 100 years ago. Yeah, it does seem like a very fatty thing. It's nothing but confusion. I do get kind of confused when people put pronouns in the bio that I've never heard of. It's like the fucking, I don't even know, just weird spellings of words that I don't even know how to pronounce. And they expect me to refer to them in those pronouns. Like, man, I don't fucking know. Why are you making this so complicated? Even if like people don't see it as pretentious, some people will still see it as like this person could be difficult to interact with. Because part of the reason why people state their pronouns is because they want you to interact with them a specific certain way. And, that could scare people off because nobody wants to walk around eggshells when they're talking to somebody in fear that they might refer to them as the wrong pronoun by accident, So I can get that. Thank you again, Larry. I definitely don't let their nonsense affect me. Think if we just ignore them, it will go away. It being a scream for attention, perhaps, but a lot of people are told to do it, which is part of why they do it, because they think, oh, this is the norm. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to put my pronouns in the bio. More interested in someone's character. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, people I follow, you'll find that they like go fucking all the way across the political spectrum. They're all over the place. And usually I follow someone assuming that like, do they have good art? Would I want to interact with this person in the future? Do they seem like a cool person, or are they making something that I'm interested in? Stuff like that. I also, of course, I follow a lot of animators because I love animation. I want to do more animated projects myself. Oh, I hope that I get to. But, wishful thinking. Hey, how many people here are animators? Probably not many. There's not that many people in the chat right now. But, hey, you want to start an animation studio with me? Let's get this going. Let me tell you something. I have a lot of regrets in life. One of those regrets is being a shy kid. Whoever the fuck said, oh, shyness is a superpower. No, not true. Shyness fucked up my whole life. All of it completely fucked up. You grow up, you don't have enough self-confidence to reach out and talk to people. You're always worried that you're going to say something stupid or stutter. And, you fucking know that I stutter. You've seen my videos. I can't pronounce words for my life. But, that's once again, all part of the whole thing of why it makes making friends so fucking hard. So I feel like a lot of people will overcompensate by making friends on the internet and talking on the internet, because that's so much easier for shy people to do. On the internet, you get to like really think about your responses before you type it in. on the internet, you know, assuming that you spell check your shit, you won't stutter or you won't slur your words. No one can make fun of your accent because it's all type. And there are a lot of people overcompensate for their lack of friends in the real life by just turning to the internet and making friends on there. But you know, they're not, and this isn't me like bashing any of my internet friends. So don't mistake this rant here. But having friends on the internet is not the same as having friends in real life. It's just not the same. You can't go over that internet person's house and play video games whenever you want, you know? You don't hang out with that person outside the internet. When your mom dies, that person is going to be AFK. They're not going to be there patting you on the back when you need it. Let's do the studio. Yeah, let's fucking do it, man. Fucking, let's go. I'm into it. But you know what I mean, right? You can't just rely on only people on the internet being your friends. You have to actually learn social skills. That is important. And that's one of my regrets, that I didn't learn proper social skills. And most of my life, no friends, nothing. Even now, I don't go over people's houses. You know? I have a boyfriend, and that's about it. I have a boyfriend, I have my parents, I have one puppy left. That's about it. So many people like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be famous on fucking line. It's like, it doesn't mean shit. You can be famous and make no money. You can be famous and have no social skills. Doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Problem is you can't get friends after you leave the school. Oh yeah, I hear about that all the time too. It's hard to stay friends with people. It's hard to stay in touch with people. A lot of them, you know, sometimes they just don't care enough about you to stay in touch. And that's really shitty. It's awful. I've tried to get back in touch with some people I knew in high school. Doesn't work out. Just no reply. What are you going to do? Thank you, Larry, for the donation. Once you say it on the internet, it is immortal. No matter how well you think something out a future, you might cringe at it in real life. Hardly anyone remembers what you said or did. It's a funny point. Oh, hey, Publishing Pete. Looky who's here. Catching a Friday with Dannphan, are we? Wow, that alternate hat's still hanging there in the background. Big thanks. Oh, hell yeah. It's a nice decoration. Kind of happens. People go different ways after something like high school. Oh yeah, it's hard. I definitely know people who have still good relationships with people that they knew in high school, but a lot of people will just fuck off, you know. And maybe they weren't real friends then. Maybe they were just people who hung out with you in class just because it was convenient, you know? If people don't hang out with you outside of school, if they don't make an effort to stay in touch with you afterwards, maybe it wasn't worth it to begin with. You know? It's like, gee, thanks. Thanks for talking to me sometimes when it was convenient for you. But you know what I mean. I've had bad history with making friends, but like I said, one of my regrets, I never learned proper social skills, and I bet that I made it equally as hard to stay friends with people you know, I bet I just said shitty things every now and then, or I don't know. Maybe I was an annoying kid. I can 100% believe that I was annoying as a kid, because I remember specific annoying things that I have done as a child. And yeah. But at some point, I just kind of gave up and secluded myself in my room and started talking to strangers online. That wasn't smart. That led to some very bad things. Ooh. That's a whole other story. But don't also monitor your fucking kids when they're on the computer. Oh my God, there's so many kids who are like 10 years old who have a phone and full internet access. Like, are you no. Like, I can understand if you want your kids to have a phone so they can call you. You can give them a phone that only calls you. I'd prefer that to just giving someone a phone, full internet access, you know. You can't check on what they've been looking at or anything like that. They're fucking tweeting their tits out on Twitter. You won't even know about it. It's like this danger. That gives me the I sense danger. Think of the children. And you are still talking to strangers online. Less than strange, because at least I know when to not talk to creeps. Most of the people I talk to online are just like anonymous people, YouTube. Nobody can send dick pics through a live chat. Thank God. And people who I want to hire. And most people that I reach out to are people that I want to hire for some work. And yeah, that's for the most part it. But yeah. Yeah. Fucking monitor what your kids look at, because holy shit, the catfishers. Don't get me into this. Don't get me down these routes. But yeah, I remember. All right, let's go into Dannphan's childhood. Fucking strap in your seatbelt. We're going on this roller coaster together. I remember maybe not my first friend, but like one of the first few friends I had in elementary school. We did everything together. I wasn't friends with too many other people, so it was mostly just me and her. And I think it was one of those situations where she was new to the school, so she also had trouble making friends. And so because I was alone all the time, I was like a safe bet to be her friend. You know how that works out, I'm sure. But yeah. We didn't hang out too much outside of school, but I definitely wanted to, of course, because I hated my life at home. My brother and sister were absolutely cruel to me. Not going to get into that. But we did exchange phone numbers, but, you know, not cell phone numbers, because we didn't get to that point in history yet. We exchanged home phone numbers. Remember when people had phones at home and you call a house? But yeah. So she had my phone number, never really called. We never really hanged out outside of school. At some point, there was this other girl who came to school, and, you know, once again, new girl scenario, but she was a lot more confident than I and my friend at the time were. She ended up being friends with my friend. Sorry. Am I making this confusing already? They both ended up being friends, and I ended up being the third wheel. And the first, of course, I was very upset about that. But the very first phone call I ever got from my friend at that time was her saying that we couldn't be friends anymore. She didn't say why. She didn't really explain anything. It was just like, we just can't be friends anymore. Hang up. And that was about it. Yeah, I was friend cucked, basically. Fucking, yeah. It's not a happy memory. But, you know, that's what happens. All the signs were there, right? Because we didn't hang out outside of school. We didn't call or talk too much. First time she ever calls me is to just say that we can't be friends anymore. You know? And I'm willing to think that she probably didn't really like me that much. She was just like friends with me because it was safe to be friends with me because, you know, I'm the lone wolf kid. You just can't hang out with us mean girls. Maybe, yeah. But yeah, so I'm willing to bet that she didn't really like me. And she was basically just like trying to break the ice with other kids at school, just hoping that another friend would come and swoop her away so that she wouldn't have to be friends with me anymore. But I don't know. I don't remember too much about the friendship part of that relationship. I just remember being very upset about that phone call. Sounds like a sociopath. Well, keep in mind, we were all kids. We were all very young. So we all do shitty things when we're kids. But yeah. The friend stepping stone. But yeah. Yeah, we're friends. But you know what I mean, right? It's like, I wish I had learned social skills at a very, very young age. Very young. Like, I wish I was social as a toddler and that everyone actually liked me instead of pretending to like me because they didn't want to be friendless at school. Thanks for the other donation, Jagar. First time someone super chats you to tell you they cannot be your subscriber anymore. Well, at least they're dropping money before they leave. I was still broke after she called. Thank you for the donation, Maverick. Strange, for someone socially awkward, you seem remarkably charismatic in your videos. A lot more than me in my videos. You know, I've heard that. I've heard that a couple times. People say that I'm rather charming. I'm not sure if I actually believe them, though. I mean, I know how to make a joke, and I know how to make funny faces and stuff like that, and I know the basics of editing something to make it look funnier, or at least visually more appealing as far as editing videos goes. But I don't know. I also get a lot of comments telling me that my videos are trash. So, and I'm pretty stagnant on YouTube right now. Although I think YouTube is doing some funny business. So I don't know if that's like legit stagnation or if YouTube just doesn't want me to grow anymore. If they just decided, yes, you're done now. 54,000, that's enough. That's enough, Dannphan. You don't need anymore. And whatever, that's fine. I'm not super interested in building a career on YouTube anyway. This website sucks. It's like, whatever, man. Your videos are trash, but I'm gonna keep watching them. Thanks, Alex. Means a lot. YouTube definitely throttles channels. Oh, I know. But I mean, some people get videos not suggested for specific reasons, like reports or, hacking. That's another thing. But they'll send you an email that like your channel is going to see less growth because YouTube is doing this, and that. And theoretically, in 30 days, your YouTube channel will be back to normal, or something like that. I didn't get an email or anything. It's just like stagnation. So it could just be like people aren't super interested in my videos, which I get. I haven't been making too many super interesting videos lately. That's fine. That's okay. I don't expect too much. But it could also just be that YouTube is upset with me. Because I had the wrong opinion on Kid Cosmic. I don't know. But I've heard a couple people like upset with YouTube not recommending their videos. I don't know. The orc video was really good. Thanks. I mean, I don't know if that did super well with views. I think that only got 5,000 views, which is like not super low. It's not a super low amount of views. But usually when I do videos that are about trending topics, they get more like 10,000 views, Or, but whatever, YouTube can throttle me all they want. Who cares? None of it matters anymore. Whatever. I'm so done, The first video I saw was the Disney Plus one, and I stayed ever since. Well, I'm glad that you stayed. I'm glad that you're on board, man. I mean, I've done a couple of Disney Plus ones, I think. But, yeah. It's nice to get those videos that are in the 10,000s because you have to make a bunch of videos that are in the 1,000s to actually get up to money. You know what, scratch that. Money doesn't fucking matter on YouTube. None of it matters. They don't pay you that much anyway. Who cares about the money? Try the anime I've already seen Tokyo Adventures. Yeah, I've already. You think that I'm fucking out of the loop? I've seen Tokyo Revengers, and yes, it is very good. I haven't reviewed it or anything. I was kind of hoping to at least get through the whole season before doing a review. And, they're still coming out with episodes. But, yeah, it's good. I know what's going on. I'm aware of existence. Old YouTube was viable for money. New YouTube needs your soul for making money. Yeah, and you see like YouTube is claiming poverty now, right? Oh yeah. They're saying that they don't make enough money. They need more. They need to really squeeze the blood out of their creators because hosting's too much money. Too much. Can't do it. We really need more money. Google's just bleeding money. They can't make money on nothing. Hey, maybe you shouldn't have invested in Stadia. Maybe you haven't invested in a fucking knockoff of the Amazon Echo product. Maybe you're bleeding money in different places besides YouTube. Google has been making all kinds of shitty business decisions lately. Maybe that's why you're bleeding money. Maybe it has nothing to do with fucking YouTube. I don't know. I don't work there. I'm just saying. People have been using YouTube a lot more recently because of circumstances that involve being kept at home. I know more people who use YouTube than they do buy streaming services. So, I mean, maybe YouTube isn't the problem. Just maybe. I don't know. I'm not there. Stadia was a bad. Of course, Stadia was a bad idea. It's a terrible idea. Fucking, you deserve to bleed money after that. What did you think about the Skypiea arc in One Piece? Oh, I like Skypiea. Skypiea is good. I dig it. You sound like a YouTube agent. Do I? Thanks for the donation, Jim. I don't care. I know the feeling. I get it. It's okay. I laughed when I first heard about it. There's a video explaining Stadia is actually the future of video games. Or at least the concept. Yeah, really. Ugh. So, I guess I'll tell you where my situation is here. It's difficult for me to keep posting videos, especially when YouTube is not really giving me much in return for, like, they want you to make videos every single day, but I don't see anything back from that, you know? What do I get from taking time out of my day to make a video every single fucking day? It's easier to stream every day than it is to make a video every day, which is funny. But it's just because, like, editing takes so much time. Editing and uploading just takes a lot of time for me. My upload speed isn't super great. Editing is like at least an hour. No matter how long your video is, editing will always take at least an hour. You thought about doing a podcast? I don't think people are super interested in my streams. I mean, maybe they are, but I think I have consistently 1,000 views on my streams when I do stream. And that's views after it's like been published and people watch afterwards, you know? It's not views of when it's live like this, which is usually when people want to watch a stream. It's when it's live, you know? But what was I talking about before this? Yeah. Oh, yeah. YouTube punishes people who only stream. They don't want you to only stream because they don't make as much ad revenue from streams or something. I don't know what that's about, but YouTube does not like it when you only stream. They want you to upload videos. They want you to edit and upload videos, and they want you to upload every single day and just take hours and hours out of your day so that you can upload a video to YouTube. That's what they want. It's like I would totally switch to streaming every now and then rather than making videos. I mean, I like making videos. Don't get me wrong. I like the editing and shit. It's fun. It gives me a chance to edit out all of my mistakes, and I make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes they even go past the editing process. I completely miss them, and I'm like, fuck. Guess I gotta use YouTube editing tool for that shit. But it's like, it's fine. The problem is just that it's time consuming and they want me to do it every day. And I don't want to do it. I don't get anything back from it. You know, I get shitty comments telling me to kill myself. It's just, it doesn't feel worth it in the end. It just ruins my day every time I upload a video and I said something that people don't like, you know? Take a break. Oh, I've taken tons of breaks. Taking a break is also a problem because it throws me off the groove. Like when I was uploading 5 days a week, I had like a whole system to it, you know? Once I took a break, I could never get back on that system. It's just something about taking a break made it so much harder for me to go back to doing YouTube. I don't know what mentally it was. It's just I fell off the system and then I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it again. I just got lazy, I guess. I don't know. people really took their time to say things like that. Of course, it's the internet. They always say shit like that. Who cares? You know, they're random people on the internet. I try not to get too pissed about it, but it's still there, and it still, I guess, ruins my mood. Even if I'm not going to hunt that person down and tell them, no, you, it doesn't matter. It still like makes me a little bit more sad than I would have been if I had not read that comment. You know what I mean? It's just that. And, you know, there's always people like, oh, you should read comments more. Why don't you read comments? I'm so upset because you didn't read my comment. What the fuck? This is why. This is why. It's because there's all these fucking comments I don't want to read and ruin my day over. There's so many fucking comments on YouTube, especially when they comment on an old video. Why don't you read my comment? Like, what am I going to do? Sift through my older videos to find your comment? Insanity. But you can understand how easy it is to get frustrated being a YouTuber. Why the fuck do kids want to be YouTubers? Do they just think that it's like this sunshine and rainbows? Yeah, no effort videos, and they're just going to be fucking killing it? You have to be really killing it on YouTube to make a living here. You have to really get a lot of fucking subs and views. You got to stay on top of shit. And, you know, I just don't like YouTube enough to stay on top of shit. I really don't. What if someone said first? Yeah, firsts are always the comments that I read first. This the easiest one that I see. Oh, thank you for the donation. Bork. I agree. I wish the videos were no effort. Yeah, right? These fucking kids. Attention, that's why. Well, it's like what I was saying before. They want to overcompensate for their lack of a social life on the internet. And you know what? You can't. That lack of a social life is always going to haunt you throughout your whole entire life. That's always going to be a problem that you never learned social skills. Like this doesn't take much social skills to talk to a camera, because I don't have that fear of someone accidentally interrupting me. I don't have the fear of, I'm basically talking to myself. That's what it feels like. I'm not seeing someone in front of me. I'm not seeing a crowd in front of me. So mentally, it's different. But yeah, if I were actually in front of people, it would be a whole other experience, because I don't have actual social skills, which is what I'm saying. You got to fucking learn that shit. You do. Oh, thank you for another donation, Jagar. You really need to be killing it. So is that why the U.S. has so many? Stop it. No, YouTube demonetization. No. Why did I? No. Okay. Yeah, I noticed Star Wars Girl is in the chat. What's up, girl? You staying out of controversy? Never. I can already see it. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, it's like if I had social skills, I could probably be out of this house already. If I had good social skills, maybe I could charm my way into getting a good job where I actually want to work. You know, if I had good social skills, maybe I'd have friends. Maybe I could get roommates and get out of my parents' house and get into a house with them. You know, split the bill type of stuff. I mean, theoretically, I could do that with my boyfriend if he wanted to. We're going down a different path than I intended. My whole point is social skills are important. They're not like internet is a different type of thing. It's a different type of skill to be good on the internet. It doesn't take as much to say something silly on the internet and have a bunch of people like you. You can even act like a fucking idiot on YouTube and get a bunch of subs. They'll sub just because you're an idiot. They don't have to like you to subscribe to you. You can have a bunch of subs of people who hate subscribe to you, hate follow you, or whatever. That could be a thing, you know? That is a thing. I've seen it. But actually having people like you in your life, actually having people who want to hang out with you in real life, it's different. It's a whole different skill. You know? It is. That's numero uno regret, is that I never learned real social skills. And I should have. Overcompensating online is not the way to go. You know? I feel you have really bad social skills in real life too. Well, there you go. I mean, a lot of people who become YouTubers, apparently that's a huge thing, is that they all were shy, and like I said, they compensated by having a personality online and being a thing. Ooh, we're so wacky. Look at us putting on this character. You know how often I hear people ask, "Oh, what's your accent?" I don't have an accent. That's just how I sound, because I don't know. I'm just acting wacky, and I guess an accent comes out. What's your accent? I don't know, Pennsylvanian? Do we have an accent? Is that a thing? Can I just not hear it? I don't know. Thank you for another donation, Wolfsbane. What's your favorite cartoon decade or era? For example, 90s. You know, I dig the early 2000s. I do. But I'm probably just biased because I grew up in the early 2000s, of course. The 90s cartoons were definitely great. 80s cartoons were unique, but still good. Fuck yeah, 20s, 30s, 50s. But you know what I mean. You have no accent. Thank you, Omega. You're the only one who thinks that. Omega Des. You have a British accent. Yeah, that's it. It's British. You have an East Coast accent, just like I have a Californian one. Maybe that's it. I don't know. A lot of streamers have low social skills, and that's why they enjoy streaming. It's true. Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, this just being able to talk to someone, even if it's not really talking to someone, you're just talking to a camera, but you know, you kind of convince yourself mentally that there's someone there listening. Even that is compensating for having a conversation with a friend, right? Because you're just talking to yourself, essentially. And I guess that's good if you want to be popular on the internet, to be transparent and be friendly with the camera, friendly with the chat. That'll get you noticed, especially if you have a wacky personality. But yeah, it's not the same. But you can mentally convince yourself that it's fine like that. And thank you for the donation. As a Southerner, you definitely have an accent. You don't sound anything like me. There you go. I guess. Slip into a lot of accents. Force of habit. I am Groot. I like your accent. I have a New York accent, but I don't hear it myself. Oh yeah, I know some people who have those New York accents. They sound great. I fucking love them. But I don't know. Some people I've heard that sounds unattractive to have like a really hard New York accent. But I don't know. There can be something comical about it. I can definitely see something comical about having a New York accent. No more tea. I'm all out. You know what that means. It's time to stop the stream. Yeah, we're 6 minutes over anyway. I only usually stream for an hour, so there we go. But anyway, that was a good therapy session. You know, I feel like we really made some progress today. Yeah, it's good. Good. I do have to upload more videos, but I think what's going to end up happening is I'm gonna get a part-time job, and that's going to take up all my time, and then we'll be looking at like 2 videos per week. So YouTube, you're just going to have to deal with that. Let's do the studio. I will fucking do a studio. I'll do it. Don't you think I'm lying? I was fucking born straight out of the vagina, ready to make an animation studio. Oh, thank you, that Star Wars girl. You didn't have to do that. I know that somebody pressured you, but you didn't actually have to donate anything. I've always had issues talking to individuals, but never to groups on a ironic... I'm already fucking up this super chat. But never to groups, ironically. I think it's because there's a personal disconnect. I love your vids, by the way. Keep them up. Oh, thank you. That makes me feel good. I'm always so confused whenever, like other famous YouTubers or really great artists follow me or watch my stuff. That always boggles my mind. Like, huh? People say I'm charming, but I just don't believe them. I just feel like I'm so bland. Oh, and thank you, Augustine, also. You cheered me up as always. I'm sure your channel will blow up eventually. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll end the stream for now, guys. I got another super chat. Hi. All right, we'll end the stream for now. But thank you guys for watching. It's fun. It's fun. It's always good to get shit off the chest. You know what I mean? And yeah, I feel like we had a good conversation, guys. It's gonna be a better day now that I've had my therapy session. So I'll see if I can get some more videos uploaded, so I won't like cheap out on you when it comes to uploading videos. I know I haven't been uploading too many. It's especially difficult to get the motivation when like I said, I'm not getting anything back from it because YouTube likes to throttle people. But I'll get that motivation. It just takes time. So till then, guys, thanks for watching. Love you. Stay safe. Stay happy. And I'll see you next time.